Milletta. And her topic, come on, we keeping with this thing of knowing it. Look, money, right? Know your worth, no apologies. Know your worth, no apologies. Guys, welcome to the stage, Carol Milletta. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Cheryl, and good evening, friends. First of all, if you all think this event has been amazing so far, type in the chat, amazing. The idea that I've had the opportunity to be here with you tonight is pretty amazing to me. The thing about opportunity is that it starts usually with an invitation. An invitation is an offer or a request that you be present, so that you can participate in a situation. The sender has already decided that you are equipped with something they need in their situation. In other words, you are enough. In our time together, I'm going to be transparent with you and share some moments when I shrank from invitations and opportunities. I will also share with you the lessons I learned so you will know your worth and make no apologies. I'm Carol Milletta, creator of the Parenting 411, a portal where I deliver information parents need from sources they can trust. I lead parents in rediscovering the joy in their journey with a fresh approach to managing behavior, building respectful communication, and forming strong family connections. Now, today I impact the lives of families with parent talks, webinars, my radio show, and a podcast. But a few years ago, I thought I was stuck because I was just a mom. And it all goes back to an invitation. See, I was invited by the business school where I had earned my MBA to be part of a career forum for local minority high school students. And the idea was to get them thinking about careers and perhaps pursuing their graduate degrees in business as well. Now, the other panelists and I would talk about the work we do and the paths we took to get here. And as I prepared my introduction, I started to panic. How was I going to explain what I do in a way that would be compelling to teenagers? I mean, I think we all know they're a tough crowd. I was a certified parent educator and consultant by that time, but I was going to be sitting next to a senior World Bank official, an entertainment mogul, and senior executives from Fortune 500 companies around the world. And I got to tell you, the keynote speaker was one of the real housewives of DC. All of us panelists had graduated from this top 10 business program, but I had taken a different route. I had given up my career in marketing to come home and take care of my beautiful twin boys, one of whom had developmental delays. And at that point, I was just a mom who talked to moms and dads basically about how to be better moms and dads. What was I thinking? I mean, did I belong in this place? But I got through it. And at the end, students could ask questions and speak to us personally. And I'm not gonna lie, the line for the reality TV star for selfies was a mile long, but something interesting happened. Little by little, the kids started coming over to see me, to tell me they admired what I do. Some of them said they already volunteer with kids. Others said they plan to be educators and pursue other careers where they could touch the lives of kids and families. And then one young man walked up to me, and man, he spoke slowly, but with determination. And he said, I have learning disabilities, and I liked hearing how you helped your son and what you do with parents, because my mother really helped me. At that moment, I could envision the work he put in to reach the point where he could represent himself so well. I could see her work in him. And then I realized there's room for mother's work on any stage. I would argue that the fruits of mother's work are present on every stage. I was invited, so I must have been equipped. Now, as with all of us, some spaces and stages are a better match than others for what I do. But I know my worth, and I've learned to make no apologies. It's come from experiences like this. So a while back, I attended a luncheon hosted by the public school system in Baltimore to honor educators and students. And so there were a lot of power players in the room. And little did I know there was one sitting right at my table. Now, no one was speaking to her, so I decided to introduce myself. And I found out that she was a professor at a prominent university. She operated a nonprofit organization serving minority college students, helping them to be successful. I was intrigued and I said, parents would like to know about that. Please come on my radio show. And she promptly agreed. So we set the date for about 2 months out. And when I got home, I looked her up and I saw that she is also a respected political commentator nationwide. So of course I sent her a follow-up note recalling our connection earlier that day, but I immediately worried. Suppose she realizes I'm not famous yet. So I wrote her a note a month later and was like, I can't wait for you to come on the show. Here's what I'm thinking we can talk about. And she was like, well, of course, yes, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. And of course, she showed up and the show was amazing. My platform was enough. Now, I'm still not famous, but I know one thing, I'm a good radio host. I worked hard at my craft. And when you've invested in yourself, tell yourself, I know my worth. No apologies. Now, understandably, the most fulfilling validation of the work I do comes from parents themselves. Now, I had a mom in one of my classes one year that was really having a tough time. She was going through a divorce and the kids were acting up. I just mean the usual stuff like talking back, not following instructions, temper tantrums, picky eaters, that kind of stuff. And so in our classes, my co-leader and I would present different aspects of child development and behavior strategies in class, and then give them homework assignments where they go home and practice the strategies and then write those down, like write the results down and bring it back in. So whenever I reviewed what they submitted, I would try to include extra observations to just encourage them. And I could never be too sure how this would land with them. So a couple months later, the organization I was working with at the time called me and told me there was a card waiting for me. And so sure enough, that mom had mailed me a card thanking me for the time and care that I had taken in giving her feedback and encouragement. She also said that her relationship with her children had improved astronomically as she followed my suggestions. My work changed a family. I know my worth. No apologies. Now, as you continue in life, I can't promise you that you won't have any doubters, but I ask you to promise me that you won't be one of them. Now, Africa's leading cosmetics industry leader, Tara Fela-Deritoy, says that life never gives you what you deserve, but what you've decided. Decide that you are enough. You have what others need. You've invested in yourself, and you change lives with what you know. Know your worth. No apologies. I have enjoyed my time with you. Please don't be a stranger. Connect with me on the Parenting 411 on all of the social media platforms and visit carolmaletta.com/YAE and grab my free ebook, Scaling Up from Marketing Manager to Mother of the Year. And you'll see my story of how I learned that I was more than just a mom, that I was enough, and that I know my worth. No apologies. Thank you.
My favorite words, no apologies. Yes. Look at Leona. Leona's like, I got to get on screen. Go ahead, Leona. What you got to say, Leona? Go ahead.
Listen, that's so good because listen, I'm a mother of 6. When I say I understand. And I love how you talked about, you can pursue your passion parallel to parenting, right? You are enough. And that's amazing. Carol, we don't hear that enough as mothers, because as a mother of 6, oh yeah, they already counted me out. Yeah, I don't know if you can, right? And so I love, every time she shares about Parenting 411, I love it because we need to hear it as parents, and we're at so many stages. I had 3 kids in diapers, all stair steps, and now 5 are grown. At every stage, you need to hear that. No apologies. Woo!
That's so good. I always say that women have to give themselves permission to pursue their possibilities while they're fulfilling their responsibilities. So yeah, you have the responsibility that's associated with being a wife. That is a responsibility. Yes, I have the responsibility of being a mother. That is a responsibility. There's a real responsibilities, and I got a household to take care of. I told you guys on our 4 o'clock break, I was out there putting a oven stuff, a roaster in the oven. On the 6 o'clock break, I went out and cooked some green beans and some rice to go with it, and they got a nice dinner. They out there eating good, but that does not negate that who I'm meant to be is not connected to my title as a wife or a mother or any other title. Like, I have a legacy that is separate from all of those titles and all of those roles and from my responsibilities to other people. Because what we forget is that we also have a responsibility to self, a responsibility to God. Like, God, I'm going to use what you gave me. I'm going to make sure I don't take this thing to the grave. So great content. Thank you so much for sharing that powerful message. They're already giving you love in the chat, but y'all keep it up. Go right ahead. Give love, give hand claps, give snaps to Carol Maletta. Carol, I love just seeing your message continue to grow. It is just beautiful to witness, and thank you for sharing that story. And plus, you know, you got a special place in my heart because you got twin boys and I'm a twin. So I'm just saying, that's the twin thing we got going on. So y'all go ahead, please give love, please give flowers, please give hand claps and snaps to Carol Maletta. And Carol, make sure you go into the chat because some people want the website and the book information for the book again. Okay, so make sure you please go there and do that as